What are good practices information? When implementing a project, research, or any type of initiative, especially in biodiversity conservation, we do all the necessary preparations regarding the methods on how we can achieve the goal. But then, as we are out there in the field, we discover new things and learn as we go. We gain practical knowledge, timely information, and a good grasp of the situation, which we can all sum up into what we call good practices and also lessons learned. And so, what are good practices? What is a good practice? According to the website of FAO in Capacity Development, a good practice is a successful experience that has been tested and replicated in different contexts and can therefore be recommended as a model. It deserves to be shared so that a great number of people can adopt and adopt it. Good practices in biodiversity conservation can be applied to any action taken regarding the conservation of biodiversity in the ASEAN region that produced a positive outcome, contributing to protection and management of biodiversity and sustainable use of species and ecosystem. In learning about the good practices, we'll also identify the lessons learned in carrying out the project, research, or any initiative. It's noteworthy to define what the lessons learned information are. Lessons learned are information that reflects both the positive and negative experiences of a project. They are practical observations that resulted from the actual experiences of others. Because they are based on past experiences, they are a rich source to adapt with the good practices information with the hope of coming up with a more innovative approach to biodiversity conservation. Why are good practices important? What are their uses? By taking the time and effort to document good practices in biodiversity conservation, we are able to capture information in an organized structure. This process allows knowledge sharing and application by other biodiversity practitioners. Learning opportunities are increased and it supports capacity building. Good practices references can help for ineffective practices not to be repeated and for successful practices to be followed and innovated upon. This saves us all time and resources and inevitably carries out a positive outcome towards biodiversity conservation.